You're listening to Easy Travels, an original podcast from Nexion Travel Group.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another action-packed episode of the Easy Travels podcast, Nexion Travel Group's first and only original podcast where we discuss all things relevant to the travel industry. And my guest today is extremely relevant to the travel industry. You might know him as Nexion's Director of Educational Programs. He is the fearless leader of the Business Development and Education, or BDE team, and just an all-around nice guy. It's the Italian stallion, Mr. Rich Ferrucci. How you doing, Rich?
Hey, Chris, I'm doing great. Well, I've never had quite that good of an introduction before. I think I've got to take you on the road with me sometimes.
Yeah, you may have to. I would like to go more places, Rich. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say here.
Maybe little subtle hints, I think, but yeah, sounds good.
Very subtle. All right. So just to get us started, Rich, I should say, thanks for taking a minute to chat with us today. We're taking the time to talk to you, but I should probably mention that my usual co-host, Coach Martin, is out today. Unfortunately, he was actually flying solo for our last episode because I was out with a cold, could barely talk. It was awful. But today the roles are reversed. Martin, unfortunately, could not be with us due to a death in the family, so our thoughts are with him. But that means I'm going to be taking the driver's seat this time around. So just to get us started, Rich, for anyone who might not know, tell us a little about yourself and your role at Nexion.
Yeah, first, Chris, I'm really excited to be here and have a chance to sit on the podcast with you. Hi, everyone. My name is Rich Ferrucci. I am the Director of Educational Programs here at Nexion Travel Group, and this is my 10th year with Nexion. Prior to that, I've been in the travel industry as an advisor, so collectively in the industry, it's been about 21 years now, which is really crazy to say. But my role here at Nexion is to run the business development, education, events teams, where we are just putting our members first, trying to get them what they need, to get them all relevant information as far as education goes, put it on events that will be relevant to their businesses and help increase overall sales. And we've got a lot of really great things that we do just to keep all of our members educated and up to date on the latest things and trends in the industry.
Awesome. And I know there have been some changes recently to the BDE team, and this is some exciting news concerning you and Martin. I'm sorry he couldn't be here to talk about it himself, but what have those changes been, and how have they been affecting how the BDE team operates?
Yeah, great question, Chris. We're really, really excited to be able to grow our team here at Business Development Education. And that starts with the promotion of Martin, your co-host, to the Director of Business Development, which really opens up a lot of new things coming for all of us and all of our members. We're going to have a chance too, with this new department, to create some more coaching opportunities within the organization to give our members more of that coaching time. So we have some new staff coming on board. We'll also be able to set up some dedicated time for our members to grow their business, to get some folks on the team who can really help be dedicated to our members at all experience levels, which really will then help Martin focus on working with the sales and partner relations teams to also enhance our commitment to preferred partner relationships with some support to advisors and partners alike. And not just that, Chris, but also we're able to grow some of the other programs we have and focus more on the educational aspect. So with the division, or subdivision, I should say, of our teams, we can have a set of team members dedicated to making sure that all of the education is relevant and timely for growing our members' businesses. And one of the things we plan to do, which is coming very soon, is to create some new communities around the different niches of travel for our members. So without having them fully defined yet, but some of them, for example, might be those that are focusing on group sales or those focusing on cruising. It would also give us a chance to get these members together, like-minded members together, for even just think tank sessions or education that would be dedicated to that type of industry sales that might include quarterly town halls, or for those specific members and other events in education that would be relevant just to them. I also want to say that a member doesn't need to be part of only one group. So there is a chance where they could be part of multiple of these communities that we're creating. We have lots of really great things coming with this expansion of our team. And Chris, I'm going to give you a little insider tip just for this call here. We're also working on some new events just for 2027 and beyond that we've not yet announced these, but I'll do it here first with you. We're working on a brand new event for 2027 called the Romance Sales Summit. So for those that are interested in destination wedding or honeymoon, anniversary, or just general romance, should keep an eye out for that to be coming very, very soon.
That's exciting stuff, Rich. And so on that note, what are some of the other specific events that are coming up that you guys on the BDE team are working on that maybe our members should be aware of?
Yeah, we have a whole host of events that we do throughout the year. Right now, we're in the middle of our regional season where we're going around the country for our one-day complimentary regional events. But what's exciting coming up beyond that is first is our Cruise Sales Summit. This is an event dedicated to those that want to either increase or to grow their cruise sales or even get into cruise sales. That's happening in Vancouver this year in May. Now, while that specific event did sell out pretty quickly, we're already working on that event for 2027. Now, beyond that, we have some really great events coming in April for our Canadian members. We have our CONEXION event, which is only available to the Nexion Travel Group Canadian members, and that's a 2-day event in April. Then in July, we have our Business Success Mastermind. This, I'll call it a newish event to us. We used to do 2 separate masterminds. One was with sales and marketing, and one was a business planning. But we decided to combine them into one event this year happening in Raleigh, North Carolina this July. So for those that want to get their business plan going, get their marketing going, get their sales up to the level they want to be, this event is a true hands-on immersion event where our members can just get down into the business of their business and walk away with a comprehensive plan they can put into action upon returning home to really get their business going. Now, beyond that, in the fall, we're doing our usual group sales summit, which is happening this year at the Ava Cancun in October, which is a really great event for those that want to either grow their group sales or maybe they're new to groups and they need that start to finish group sales process. They'll get into every aspect of the group sales from planning to prospecting, even into the nitty-gritty of reading airline and hotel contracts to make sure that our members are really well versed in all things group sales. And then just a few others I'll mention, Chris. We have our Luxury Sales Summit. That's in the fall as well. That is a qualification event. So for advisors that sell a certain amount of upper premium and luxury preferred partners can apply to that event. And then we have a Leap into Luxury event, which is a step just before that, for those advisors that want to get into luxury sales but aren't quite there just yet. That particular event is open to all, and this year is held virtually over 2 days in October. One other mention I'll make here, Chris, is this summer we have our corporate connections for any of our corporate travel advisors that work in the GDS system and have corporate sales. That's an invitational event that if you're a corporate advisor and you've not yet seen the invitation, we've got just a handful of spots left, so you should reach out to us at education@nexion.com, and we can take a look and see if you qualify for that specific event.
Lots of options to choose from the sound of it.
And of course, we've got the Mac Daddy of all events, Chris, which is our CONEXION event happening in Austin this year, September 2nd to 4th. Hopefully you've all heard of that. If not, I'm not sure what else we can do but shout that out. But that is our biggest event of the year happening this September. Now, I'm sure that Martin is working on his best country Western attire for the occasion to welcome us to his home state.
Of course. I'm really looking forward to it. I've never been to Austin. I've always wanted to go. I hear it's weird, but in a good way.
That is the saying, keep Austin weird. I've only really been there once this past December to check it out. We had a mastermind event there and had a chance to check out the host hotel. It's a really fun town. We've got a lot of really fun stuff planned, and I can't wait to be there with 500 of our closest advisors.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot going on, a lot of options to choose from. I did want to ask you, Rich, those of us at Nexion or members who know the BDE team, they all know the work that you put into the planning and organization of these events. They might have a sense of what you all do and just the amount of time that goes into what's required and all the effort. But what's something that maybe our members don't know that happens behind the scenes with the BDE team when you're planning these big events? What are some of the moving pieces? What's maybe something you want people to know that they might not expect is a typical part of what you guys do?
Yeah, really great question. I think we do such a good job at these events, not just to brag a bit for a second, but our members, you show up and it's like, wow, this is an amazing event, but you might not realize what goes on behind the scenes. And not just for our team, but we work closely with our 2 event planners as well, which are the phenomenal Michelle and Courtney. And we have a lot of juggling that goes on from the moment we go to develop the event, to contract the event. It isn't just show up and be there and do the event. We've got a lot of things going on as far as making sure that all of the logistics work, as far as having the right size rooms, even having the right size screens in the room so people in the back can see. And then other things like if we're doing offsite events, do we have transportation involved? So it's really important that we set the event expectations correctly. And sometimes we get requests that a member wants to join the event, but we're sold out. And it's like, why can't we just add one more person? And it really isn't just as easy as adding one more person or one more chair in the room. We've got to worry about things like not just are there enough seats, but is the food order already in? Do we have enough seats in the bus if there are outside excursions or site inspections? So there's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes that I think may not be easy to tell from just attending the event. But the logistics of it, I think, is most important and one of the hardest parts of putting together one of our events.
Yeah. Clearly, both a lot of effort and a lot of fun that goes on behind the scenes. But obviously, you guys pull it off every time because every Nexion event that I've been to has gone off without a hitch. So you guys should be proud of yourselves for that.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
And you guys are obviously doing a great job, whether people see it or not. But Rich, I do have one more question for you.
Oh, here we go. I've heard about this before.
Are you prepared?
As prepared as I can be.
Good. Okay, yeah. So I like to end these little sessions with a question that is maybe not completely relevant to travel or to Nexion or to our businesses specifically, but it lets the audience get to know a little something about you, helps people get to know just a little bit better, get to know you a little bit better as an individual. So here's the question that I want to ask, and it is somewhat related to the travel business because in our line of work, there's a lot of moving around. There's a lot of trains, planes, and automobiles, and being stuck in those enclosed spaces for long periods of time. So what I'd like to ask you, Rich, is this. If you were stuck, let's say on a plane or a train, so maybe you're on a train car, an enclosed space, riding the metro in any one of our great American cities, and something very unpleasant happens. Someone gets on that train. You do not want to be there. So my question is, would you rather be trapped on that train car with something that smells really bad, something that is really unpleasant to look at, or something that is really unpleasant to hear? So bad smell, bad visual, bad sound. Which is it that you would rather, if you had a choice, if you had to choose, which would you rather be trapped in that train car with?
Wow, Chris. Well, a little known fact about me, I have a really bad case of misophonia. So I really can't take a lot of sound. So I think it's going to have to be the sound one, as strange as that sounds. But I don't want to be stuck with something that's unpleasant to hear. I think it would drive me crazy. And I might even break the window and jump out of that moving train if I had to.
That's interesting. I would have actually said that sound would have been the least bad for me because I could just put my headphones in. But I guess, of course, if you don't have headphones and you also have, what did you call it? Misophonia?
Exactly.
Yeah. Misophonia. Yeah, if in under those circumstances, I can definitely see your point. But all right. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, Rich. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before we wrap it up here?
Yeah, just a lot of fun to be here, Chris. Thanks for the opportunity, and I hope that our members are taking advantage of all we have to offer. If there's anything we can ever do for you, please reach out to us. We're happy to talk to you at education@nexion.com.
All right. Thank you, Rich. And from all of us here at Nexion to all of you, until next time, easy travels.
Easy travels.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Drop us your thoughts or even show topic ideas in the comments of this episode or email us at communications@nexion.com.